Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein and my channel is called Dress Yourself Happy. Today's video is very special to me because I teamed up with Women's Rogaine to interview celebrity hairstylist and Women's Rogaine spokesperson Jill Crosby. If you follow me over on my vlog channel, you would have seen a little behind the scenes of my interview and how amazing my hair looked after that interview. As you guys know, if you've been following me for a while or if you listen to my podcast, female hair loss is a very important subject to me because growing up, I watched my mom, my beautiful, amazingly confident mom, suffer from hair loss. She really took a hit to her confidence, and it really hurt me to see that. And at the time, there wasn't that many options for women dealing with hair loss. There was Rogaine for men, and my dad was using it, but there wasn't anything for females. And it's a really tough memory that I have of my mom with her lack of confidence whenever thinking about her hair and how it's thinning. I actually have a couple friends in their late 20s and early 30s who are also dealing with hair loss. And again, watching these incredibly strong, beautiful women just lose confidence over thinning hair and thinking that something's wrong with them and that they're alone in this is really heartbreaking, because after doing more research and after opening up the dialogue over on my podcast, a lot of you guys have come forward and said you have had hair loss as a female. So great about Women's Rogaine is that they want to open up the dialogue. They obviously have this amazing treatment for you to use once a day. It's very easy to use, but they also want us to talk about the situation. I really value that in a brand, that I want you guys to know you're not alone. My entire interview with Jill is on the podcast Behind the Beauty. You can find it on iTunes. You can also download it directly from the podcast website, which are both linked in the description box below. So if you'd like to listen more about what Jill has to say in terms of being a celebrity hairstylist and very renowned in the hair world, of her experience with women and thinning hair and how she deals with women with thinning hair and how we can also style our hair to make it look a little bit fuller to kind of disguise the thinning. I think it's very educational and very insightful hearing from Jill, but I also think it's a really great opportunity to learn a little bit more about hair loss and how you are not alone and what the difference is between hereditary hair loss, which is what Women's Rogaine treats, versus other types of hair loss, and how you can tell whether it's hereditary or if it's caused by something else. This video, I'm going to actually show you what Jill did to create this amazing hairstyle, which I'll talk you through. But Jill literally within 10 minutes made my hair look so much better just by changing up my part. We didn't even wash my hair. These tips that she shares with me and as she's styling my hair, I'm going to be sharing with you in case you're dealing with hair loss. Because while you might be seeking treatment, there is a period of hair growth and hair cycle. So whatever treatment you decide to go with, it's going to take about 3 months for you to notice a change. And that's because of the hair growth cycle. In that 3-month period, what you can do to kind of make yourself feel a little bit better by styling your hair differently. And you guys have noticed on my channel, you've been saying how great my hair looks. It's all thanks to Jill Crosby. And I want to thank Women's Rogaine for hooking me up with Jill, being able to pick her brain and for her to show me and share with you guys how to style your hair for fuller, thicker hair and to kind of maybe hide some of the thinning hairline areas. Like I have really high temples, and she kind of shows you a couple tricks on how to make your hair feel a little bit more full. Starting off, Jill is just taking a look at my hair, and you can see it's very straight, very flat on top, and this has been my part for years, decades. So Jill's showing how if you just lift a little bit of hair over, it suddenly gives me a lot more volume and a lot more thickness. But my temples are very high, and you can see I'm missing hair right on the front. So she's pulling some of my side bangs and giving me a little bit of that coverage where I would like it, but then accentuating the part at the same time. And we're just kind of like playing with it, and she's showing me how this part just really changes things up, adding a little bangs to cover up the other side of my temples and then building up the volume in the back. And really adding texture is going to give me the illusion of fuller, thicker hair, and also covering my really high
front hairline. So we're just discussing how to go about that, and she's just going to spray down my hair with some water. And I've been doing this myself, and then she's using a thickening volumizing mousse and just putting that into the tops of my hair, and then underneath. You can see how she's getting it underneath as well. Also, as Jill is applying the mousse into my hair for volume and thickness and texture, she's pulling it up and then she's blow drying it, but using her hands because we want to maintain as much texture for my hair as much as possible. And the only time she's using a round brush is to create this C for my bangs, to give it that curl, to make it stay and to cover my temples and high hairline. So she's just using it for that end, and then she's using it on the other side to give it that like curve and that unique C for it to fall very full and stay where it needs to stay and out of my face. But everywhere else she's using her hands because that creates more texture and more volume. And a lot of people will use a round brush for all over the hair and then take all the texture out and then have to re-add it in. So she says that's counterproductive, so you don't want to do that. So now my hair looks amazing already, just like this. Look how much fuller my hair looks. And this was just water, a blow dryer, and some mousse. So now she's taking a pretty large barrel. She's curling my hair, but she's leaving the ends out. And it's really important to leave the ends out to not even give it like a messy, beachy look, but really just for texture and to give my hair some lift and some variety because my hair is so heavy and like flat essentially. So, and then as it cools, you want to pull it down a little bit to avoid it from like doing the curly Sue look. And she's just doing this again. You can see she wraps around the barrel, but she doesn't clamp down and she doesn't really let the ends get curled. And she's not even curling the underside of my hair. She's just kind of doing it all around and then breaking up the pieces, applying a little bit of paste, some sort of like texturizing paste, wax, pomade. Apparently my hair can hold a lot more product than I thought it could, but I always thought it weighed my hair down. But it's all about how you style and what kind of products you're using and where you're using it. So she's just applying it to the ends, giving it that texture and that piecey look. And guys, I just felt like $1,000,000 after this.
So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and seeing Jill styling my hair. I hope you guys are able to take some of these tips in your own hairstyling at home. And if you are interested in hearing the whole interview where Jill discusses hair loss and being a celebrity stylist and her background, make sure you check out the podcast, which is linked in the description box below. It's a really amazing podcast. If you're stuck in traffic, it's a great episode to listen to. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to respond. You can follow me over on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all those things. I typically respond to my snaps and my tweets more frequently. If anything, I hope my video helped motivate and inspire you to look and feel your best from the outside in. I know when I look and feel my best, I am just more capable at dealing with whatever life has to throw at me. I know after I got my hair done from Jill, I felt like 1,000% better. Like I just felt so much more confident and beautiful. And thank you so much, Jill, for like making me feel like a completely new woman. Thank you so much to Women's Rogaine for hooking me up with Jill, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. If anything, I hope my video helped you de-stress, unwind from whatever it is you needed to unwind from. That's why I watch YouTube. That's why I started my channel. And until next time, I hope to see you guys right back here in my next video. Bye!